This is actually a new drill, debuting right here, right now. Nice. He brought his nose over the ball. Big emphasis on getting that thumb down and into the turf. Keep going. Use our left. That's when we can pinch. What's going on, guys? Coach Derek here, back with another video. Bright and early Sunday morning, we got our Norwood session. Small group, but just another opportunity to get better. We can focus on a lot of things that these guys want to work on, and most of all, let's get after it. We'll get warmed up, but before we get warmed up, I'll ask you guys, is there anything specific you guys wanted to work on today? No, nothing? Okay, so what I had in mind is a little bit of a progression where we touch upon everything, and then obviously we can take live reps and try to implement what we learn from all the technique work and touching upon every aspect, like hand speed, first move, exits, maybe a little bit of tie-ups, counters. We'll see what the timing's looking like there. But with that being said, everybody get your stuff on. We will go quick warm-up, and then we'll get into hand speed work. All chops, it's gonna be down, set, whistle, chop, second whistle, stop, ready, down, set. Set, down, down. Good, two hands now, two hands, ready. We're gonna get into a little bit of hand speed work. We're gonna start with ball hops. I want that stick flat, facing down. I like to use my offhand to keep it still, but it's just gonna be down, set, whistle. We're gonna grab, place, tap, and we're going over and back the stick as fast as we can, okay? We'll go 3 reps with the right hand, then 3 reps with the left hand, down. Next, we're gonna get into follow the leader. We're setting the balls up in a square with 1 ball missing. It's gonna be down, set, whistle. All we're doing is going around the square, replacing where that missing ball is, okay? I want us to try to go as fast as we can. I know that the balls are gonna roll a little bit. Just try to maintain that shape of the square as you're going around, okay? We got 3 sets with our right hand. Ball drops, okay? So turn around, Ted. Hands by your side. I'm gonna say down, set, then I'm gonna drop it. He needs to catch it with his right or left hand only. Ready? Down, set. Don't guess. What? Don't guess. You guys have 10 catches each, all right? Not 10 drops, 10 catches, and then you can switch. Start with 2-ball efficiency clamps. This is gonna be a little bit different though, because we're gonna work on utilizing our left hand a little bit more when finishing through. So I want this second ball to be like in between your legs, almost in the middle of your stick. Down, set, whistle. We're gonna focus on that down the line stab, and when we finish through, I want that left hand finishing just over the line, down into the turf, okay? Make sure that we're not lifting it too much, and we also don't wanna hit this ball. That's gonna be the indicator that we're clamping efficiently. If I clamp and I throw that left hand too far and hit it, not only is it, indicating that it's inefficient, but using that left hand too much can cause us to miss the ball actually. So that's why we want to be nice and controlled. We do want to implement it a little bit to drive that top sidewall over. Down, set, whistle, and we're clamping there. It's okay to end with that left hand on like the other side of the line, okay? Everybody grab 2 balls and grab a spot on the line. Good. Teddy, focus on those hands a little bit more. Your body's like kind of leading your down the line motion. Focus on those hands. Not bad. I want to bring this in a little bit tighter though. There you go, much better. Get that top sidewall all the way over though, right? Connor, a little bit more down the line, right? We're gonna partner up and we're gonna start working more on that top edge action, okay? We wanna snap all the way down and over. This is actually a new drill, debuting right here, right now. So Ted, put your stick down like behind the ball. So like this, okay? There's a little bit of a gap. You guys can come over so you can see this. So basically, down, set, whistle. When we clamp through, all right, we're finishing over and the 2 heads are finishing almost like a puzzle piece. Okay, you guys see that, how they're kind of interlocked right there? The objective is to focus on our top edge, and very similar to another drill that I do a lot, we're preventing ourselves from punching forward. If we punch forward, right, we're gonna end up clamping on top of our partner's head, okay? So this is really big emphasis on getting that thumb down and into the turf. clamping through there. Now we're gonna do 5 reps there with a pretty big gap, and then we're gonna try 5 reps with it all the way up to the ball, and it's gonna be a little bit harder to get that top edge all the way over without clamping on our opponent's head. We got 10 reps, so it'll be 5 easy, then 5 hard. Set. Good, down. Good, now let's make it harder. Get that stick all the way up to the ball when you're setting up. Nice, that was good. See how you clamped on it, right? We wanna make sure we're stuffing that top edge over the ball. Slip it over the ball. There you go. Came a little bit forward, right? Focus on that top edge. So one thing that helps me, and you guys can listen to this, one thing that helps me with this drill is focusing on like bringing that top edge to the ball, and once it makes contact, we're just going straight down, right? And the ball is round, so it's just gonna roll over it, okay? And that'll be a good indicator of finishing through with that top edge into the turf. There it is. You guys can do this on your own, especially if you find yourselves pushing the ball into the opponent's stick, or you just want to get better at that top edge action. You can take your back up and just put it on the ground there, and then when you finish through, working on that top edge, right, getting over. Yeah, the stick's gonna move a little bit more, but like I said earlier, if we're clamping too much forward, we're still gonna clamp on that stick, okay? So it really is helpful for slipping that top sidewall over, making sure we're as efficient as possible when we're getting over the ball. Exit progression drill a little bit this weekend. I like it because it re-emphasizes the drag that we need away from pressure. So there's gonna be 3 progressions. We're gonna start with 1 whistle. We're actually starting with the ball clamped in our throat, and it's just gonna be down, set, whistle, and we're just lifting our left hand, then resetting. Set, whistle, set, whistle, set, whistle, okay? We'll do that for the first progression. Next progression is gonna be 2 whistles. It's gonna be down, set, whistle. We're gonna have that pinch, and then we're gonna drag to our left foot, okay? And then we're gonna reset. When we drag, it's super important we try to maintain that right hand pressure the entire time, keeping the scoop flat on the turf, right? You guys see how the scoop is flat? And then when I shift my pressure, my nose is staying over my right hand, and that's helping me keep my pressure all the way down throughout that sequence. And then the last progression is actually gonna be 4 whistles. So it's gonna be down, we're gonna line up normally now, down, set, whistle, we're gonna clamp. Second whistle, pinch. Third whistle, we're making that drag. And then I'm gonna pause. 4th whistle, pop it forward. Does that make sense? All right, here we go. Everybody grab a ball, grab a spot on the line. Set. Good, now we got the 2 whistles. We're gonna lift that left hand, then we're gonna drag to our left foot. Here we go. Set. There you go, good pressure on that one. The 4 whistles, down, set, whistle, clamp. Second whistle, pinch. Third whistle, we're dragging the left foot. Pause, pop it. 4th whistle. Good. Okay, now we're just gonna do read and react exits, okay? Dougie's gonna be the counter guy, I'm gonna be the clamp guy. So it's gonna be down, set, whistle. He's gonna be half clamped. We're gonna pinch through that pressure, and there's gonna be a slight delay to make the timing of this a little bit more realistic. And then Dougie's gonna bail for a counter, and I'm reading his pressure and exiting accordingly, okay? So if he goes for that shovel, I got a right pop. If he goes for a reverse shovel, I got a forward exit, okay? Now, when we're throwing these counters, I don't want you guys going full speed on them. Go about 50 to 60% speed. Make that glove to glove contact so they can feel the pressure, but we're not trying to get the ball out like completely. Does that make sense? All right, cool. I want Teddy and Dougie going. Jack can go with Connor. Nice. What up, Ted? Nice, good. Good read. Nice. Good job finishing through pressure, Connor. have your pressure directed even if you lift it up, because that's one of your bad habits is you just throw that left, right?
Yeah.
So we want to get that ball to the throat. More specifically, we want to get like kind of here, and then when we use our left, that's when we can pinch, put that bottom pressure on our bottom rail. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You have no idea what I'm saying.
What do you mean? I just said yeah.
All right, show me. That was better.
Yeah.
That was better. Good job. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. One more really quick thing, okay? Rakes versus clamps. We'll cater this a little bit more to the rake guys. So what I want you guys doing, if you're the clamp guy, is starting with the ball at the top of your shooters. This is gonna give the rake guy an opportunity to work on that rake, really feel getting the ball out. And then it's also gonna make it a little bit more difficult for that clamp guy, focusing on shooting down the line, trapping that ball, trying to prevent the rake from happening, okay? If Teddy's raking me, which he would probably have to do in a game because I'd be smoking him, there's two things I can do when preventing the rake. The first thing is called squishing the bug. So if he's going for the rake, I'm lifting my left hand straight up and pressing down. What that's gonna generate is pressure towards the top end of my stick. Remember how when we were talking about the drag, having that top half of your stick be flat? It's the same concept, and even if he does a good job hitting that rake, I'm trapping the ball with that squishing the bug motion, basically ending here. That's the first method that you can utilize. The next method is something I personally like to use more, and it's actually the inverse rake. So when we're raking, we're getting that bottom edge to the ball and then bringing our left hand to our right foot. The inverse rake is the same motion, but we're using that top edge to get here and then bringing our hands out, and the ball should come out in a forward fashion in our favor almost every time, all right? Even if he's hitting the whistle before me, that slight left hand towards you action when you're going in the inverse rake bounces the ball off the scoop and gets it out forward. So when you guys are trying to defend against the rake in this drill, I really want you to try both methods and see what you personally like the most. What's one thing Teddy did a great job of there to trap the ball in the top? He went down the line, but something he did with his body really helped him go down the line. Do you know?
Oh, he went like kind of like, you know what I mean? Like.
You're almost there. He brought his nose over the ball.
That's what I mean. Like.
Right? Getting your body over the ball is another thing that's going to help you prevent that ball from getting out, okay? And you can track the ball even if it does get out, chase down that 50-50 GB, okay? Jack, I want you to try the inverse rake. Yeah, just like that. How do you squish the bug when he reacts faster?
When I try and get over, he just rakes it.
So first and foremost, we gotta go down the line, right? Okay. The second thing that a lot of guys struggle with squishing the bug is they'll actually throw that left hand forward, and doing that opens the gate for the rake to just get the ball out. So we need to keep our left hand basically in line with the line when we're lifting through, and we're going straight up to the sky. So a couple of things or reference points that you can think of when executing this is getting your body over the ball, even though we're starting a little bit further away, getting our body over the ball, and then also that left hand going straight to the sky. Let me use your Mark IIF. So right, we're getting from here to there, and then if we want to shoot our hands a little bit more, it'll help. Right, get over, but the realistic expectation is that ball is going to end up here, all right? Now, the only thing with squishing the bug is I think you are a little exposed to counters, so if you recognize that the ball's here, you want to try to get that out and box out right away. So what did you do wrong? You lifted, you started out great, right? You saw the ball was trapped, and then when you got pulled too far, you went back down. So when you went back down, that took all your pressure off the ball, okay? We need to stay strong with that hand raised. All right, you guys ready for live reps? We'll just go one time through, and then we'll do just like a little mini tournament. Sound good? Good exit. Remember, if you're going for that shovel, it has to be glove to glove. You made contact with your head,
I didn't get far.
And it slipped. You kind of like went back for it, but it was too late. He was already into his exit. Yeah, good exit. Ooh, I like the trying for the rake. Keep your knuckle. Oh, okay. I see you.
Well, I like that better than going forward.
There you go, good exit. Oh, oh, you had that. Oh, oh, leave it, leave it. Ooh. Set. Ooh, good exit.
I changed it.
4-man king of the hill. We got Dougie and Ted starting. We'll do first to 7. Oh shit, good pressure, Teddy. 2 hands, Dougie! Dog!
I'm kidding.
That was great. 2 hands. Especially when he's right on your back. Yes. Hey, Connor's on the board. Let's go. 4-1-1. Oh! Oh! Good GB. That's 3, 4, 3, 1, 0. It's 4. Stay on it, Dougie. 5, 4, 1, 0. Keep going, Connor. Keep going. Oh, no! Doug, you had a great first move. You just threw your left and his pressure got all the ball. Good work, boys. Do we have any questions, comments, concerns? Okay, we do have the youth clash tonight. Unfortunately, Teddy's not gonna be there.
Apologize.
He hates me, but Dougie will be there. For the summer, make sure you guys are keeping your eyes open on your emails and the Instagram because we have a ton of events this entire summer. Kicking it off in June with the Faceoff Summit. For you freshmen, that might be a good opportunity to look into. I don't know, you might still have school, but look into that because that's our biggest recruiting event of the summer. And then Towson Overnight Camp and Upstate Overnight Camp are both around the corner too. Yo, great work, everybody. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.